Hey everybody, Travis Justice, Ross Peterson inside of the News Radio 1040 WHO studio. Usually we're in a split screen, but Ross has this, what we'd call an inferior iPhone, and I use a Google phone, and that's why, it's just better than an iPhone. But that's just my personal appearance. All I know is, Ross Peterson, as you stand behind me, and you're kind of scaring me a little bit, I think Kirk Ferentz and the football team owes the entire state of Iowa an apology today for setting the sport of football back maybe 75 to 80 years.
I'm speechless, man. Like this feels so broken record. The defense outscored the offense today. Travis, I don't even know what to say, man. I really am just like, that was so disappointing. When you say Kirk Ferentz owes the state of Iowa an offense or an apology.
Well, he does owe him an offense, by the way. He does. He owes him an offense.
The apology is deserved because of the off-season stuff. You know, we watched all last year as this played out, as we didn't see Spencer Petras make plays. And we've given every excuse that there is to have out there. He doesn't have a lot of playmakers with him today with several injuries. You've had an offensive line that's been moving around and figuring things out. There's no playmaking happening from the quarterback position. Zero. So when things break down, it's an instant fold the hand. Now, and I've never been an attack Spencer Petras guy. In fact, if you go back, I've never been an attack the offensive coordinator guy. I've always thought that there was a bigger issue. Kirk Ferentz is just the style of play he likes to do, and this gets us 10 wins and Big Ten championship appearances. I'm okay with it, but it's frustrating. And today was the absolute epitome of that, man. I just boring game. And not just – sometimes we've seen this, Travis, in the second half, right? We've sat in this studio a lot of times and said, fun first half, but now the air is coming out of the ball. There was never air in the ball today. So disappointing.
Very disappointing. That was disgusting, according to Drew. KF doubled down on Brian being the only offensive coordinator, but add the quarterback coach to his duties. That's ignorant and period.
Travis, that's something I hadn't even – these are things that are going to come up in the program today. People are going to call in and say, hey, remember some things that happened in the offseason? We got rid of Ken O'Keefe and we let Brian now be the quarterback's coach. And then we heard that Spencer Petras was rock solid as the starting quarterback. And what's Alex Padilla? What's he doing? What's Labus? What was Deuce Hogan? Because what we're seeing right now, Spencer Petras must be a fantastic quarterback in practice. He doesn't make plays.
You know what? For being a third-year starter now, there were throws that a third-year starter should be making on a regular basis. You shouldn't be overthrowing your receivers. You shouldn't be going high. You should be able to look off a defense and not throw into double and triple coverage on a pick. You got to be able to read the defense. Listen, we're not athletes. I might have been one time a long, long time ago, but the truth is, when you're a Division I starting quarterback, there are expectations. When you're a 3-year starter, you're sure as hell better be able to do the fundamental basics of what a Division I college or football player can do. Spencer Petras didn't do it today. Did not do it today. And we said going into this game, it was going to be all on Spencer Petras. We said it on the morning show, on the Morning Rush, on our sister station 106.3, KXNO. We said it on the pregame show here on Facebook before the game kicked off. We were going to watch Spencer Petras. He got an F. The dude flat out failed today. Failed miserably. And if you hear anything else, even from the coaching staff, don't believe it because he failed miserably. Miserably. It was pathetic.
This is going to be one of those weird sound offs because Hawks win. Hawks are 1-0, baby. Undefeated going into Cy-Hawk week. How do you feel as a Hawkeye fan? I want to remind Hawkeye fans of a year ago, too, because Iowa State struggled with UNI in their opening season, or in their opener of the season. And I did in my afternoon show at the time, Travis did in his morning show with Sean, laughed at Iowa State fans that said, hey, they were just playing it close to the vest. They didn't want to show too many of the cards. See, that's why they looked so bad against UNI and played that game so close. But you wait. And Iowa State never, ever, ever met the expectations for last year. Our expectations for this offense were really low. I mean, next to nothing.
And they didn't live up to them.
Well, we got next to nothing today.
It's unexplainable. It's
Travis,
inexcusable.
We do again. I don't want to be all doom and gloom. Because they did win, and that defense today, that Hawkeye defense is awesome.
Hold on.
Isn't that going to be fun?
We're talking about a team that came off 10 wins, went to the Big Ten championship game, and you score 3 offensive points and 2 safeties.
I'm not denying that, but don't also deny that the defense looked really good.
No,
Man,
I agree.
The defense is fun, but man, it wasn't. I shouldn't say fun. The defense played well. It wasn't fun because I'm sitting there in that last 30 seconds knowing it's one play, it's one missed tackle, it's one missed assignment. The margin of error is so thin. Now, luckily, that defense is so solid they didn't ever make that mistake. But man, one thing, they ran that little hook and ladder at the end, or lateral. You call it hook and ladder or hook and ladder?
I call it hook and ladder. Well, it's hook and ladder to me, but I think they want to shorten up lateral because it's a hard word to say with those
lateral
extra.
offend people, maybe?
Lateral
does.
Word.
It is not offensive.
If you think about the history of the word lateral back to its old Greek.
Yeah, the Greek and Celtic beginnings.
Celtic.
We
Unbelievable.
tried.
We did. We tried.
Sam
Sam says,
got a lot smarter since he moved to the afternoon. He's not waking up so early.
yeah, it's amazing.
Frying that brain.
So here's the deal. The group therapy session is going to start at 4:00. And yes, it is group therapy. We need you to enter into the therapy session. We need you to join us from 4:00 to 7:00. 284-1040.
Do we get a fire ference call?
Yes.
Yep.
You get a fire. Well, which ference?
Oh, yeah. Now, what
that's fair, right?
I was meaning Kirk.
I know you are.
But I do think we will get a fire Brian.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about today's game. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about the quarterback play. We're going to spend a lot of time talking about the offensive line play. We're probably going to talk about Cy-Hawk Week because Iowa State's looking like a football team today. And then we're going to probably talk about the college football playoff expansion, which that can't even be on Iowa's mind right now, right? I mean, it's just here was a beautiful day. You spent the better part of your afternoon inside watching television, and you got done and went, well, I just wasted 3.5 hours. Well, we're going to pick you back up because we promise 3 hours of the Jethro's Barbecue Sound-Off will not be a waste. It'll be entertaining. It'll be fun. It'll be group therapy, and we can't wait for you to join us at 4:00 on News Radio 1040 WHO. We'll see you then.